Hi, everybody. I'm Todd McKim, and welcome to CalBears.com. The football team in Salt Lake City last week losing to the Utes 49-27. But on the positive side, Keenan Allen became Cal's all-time leading receiver as he passed Jeff MacArthur. Congratulations to Keenan, who also caught a touchdown pass in that game. This week, the Bears take on the Washington Huskies. A little bit different in that the game will be a Friday night, 6 o'clock, so parking will be an issue. Make sure you check the Cal website, CalBears.com, to get the information as to where you can park and what's going to be the easiest way for you to get to the football game. Again, 6 o'clock against the Washington Huskies. We asked head coach Jeff Tedford and some of the players what it's going to be like to take on the Dogs from Seattle.
They're a different scheme. I mean, they play really hard. They always have played hard, but they, their schemes are a little bit different. Without getting too technical about it, they're just, they do different things than what they did with Nick Holt. And
Keith Price, like a lot of quarterbacks that we faced this year, is a scrambling guy. If he doesn't like what he sees downfield, he'll tuck it and move.
The defense is fast, and they like to play physical and fly around, and they have a lot of older guys and experience in their secondary. So I think in their secondary, they really look to ball hawk and make big plays. So they'll be trying to do that the whole game, and we just got to come out and really execute and just basically take care of the ball. We obviously didn't take care of the ball like we wanted to last game, and we got to really focus on taking care of the ball, not having any turnovers, and that'll really limit what their playmakers can do on the defensive side.
There's been a sense of urgency in every game, and that's the way we approach this game. Is no doubt, to play our best and execute, and every time you take the field, it has the same mindset, to execute and play hard and do your best to win games. That's what it's about.
So the Bears and the Huskies, 6 o'clock on Friday night at Memorial Stadium. During the course of the game, the Bears will honor their Olympians from the 2012 Olympic Games in London and also honor College Football Hall of Famer Steve Bartkowski, as he was elected to the Hall of Fame this past year. Well, one of the players for the Bears that's had a very good year, despite the fact he hasn't got as many touches as he probably would like. The Bears like to rotate the tailback position with Isi Sefeli and C.J. Anderson, a local product from Laney College, a Vallejo native as well. The Bears were able to recruit him. He had a good year last year, has had a much better year this year, and is amongst Cal's all-time leaders in touchdowns via the run. We had the opportunity to catch up with C.J. Anderson. Here's his story. In geometric terms, the most direct route from point A to point B is a straight line. The same can be said in football. But for senior running back C.J. Anderson, his journey to Cal took a few turns. The native of Vallejo should have had an easy trip down I-80 to Berkeley, but a detour at Laney Junior College delayed his playing days for the Bears.
I feel way more comfortable this year knowing the offense and knowing everything that's going on. The game has slowed down so much, but it's sad that it's kind of coming to an end because, I left a mark, but I feel like if I was here, earlier, took care of business when I got out of high school, I can leave the bigger mark I wanted to.
The 5'11", 210-pounder enjoyed moderate success in his first season, rushing for 345 yards and 8 touchdowns. But a rigorous off-season program transformed his body and has enabled him to give the Bears a power back who also has a little speed.
A lot of people say on the field that I'm quicker than what they think, what they believe. So probably a little mixture of both. Not as quick as easier, not as fast as Bigelow, but I got some power and some quickness to me. I've been told I have good patience and good vision. So, Coach G have compared me to Marshall, so good hands out the backfield. That's a good comparison. He's a Hall of Famer. But I love being physical. I love running physical. But if I can make a move on you at the time, I will, and it'll probably surprise you.
CJ and senior Isi Sefeli are in a friendly battle for bragging rights as well. Entering the Washington game, Anderson had 14 career touchdowns, Sefeli 15, with CJ holding a 5-2 edge this year.
It is a little competition for me to get out there, he's my best friend on and off the field always. I'm always around him, and we're always having a great time. And the thing is, when he's out there, I just wish the best for him. When he scored against Arizona State, I was the first one to congratulate him. And the day probably wasn't going so well with me, and vice versa. When I was having fun against UCLA, he was the first one, to be over there and celebrate with me. So You know, we don't have any like bet or anything going on, but we do know it's close.
With just 3 regular season games left on the schedule, Anderson understands his collegiate career is coming to a close. There have been plenty of memories on the field and off, but his favorites come from courtesy running backs coach Ron Gould in film study.
You know, people see Coach G as this type of person. He's a completely different person in the meeting room. You know, Coach G likes to joke around and have fun. I think that's what I'm going to miss the most, is the joke around, have fun Coach G, because, you know, he's always on the straight arrow, always straight edge, you know, serious business. But when he gets to joke around and laughing around playing with us, it's a good sight to see.
Another good sight is number 9 in the end zone, whether or not he gets there via a straight line or not. Joining us now is head volleyball coach Rich Feller. Team split over the weekend, sweeping Arizona on a Friday night, and then a tough match on Sunday on a Pac-12 network against Arizona State. It was back and forth, kind of splitting sets as you went along, and ended up being 16-14 in the 5th.
Yeah, pretty disappointing to lose that one the way we did. We felt like we had a lot of momentum going into Game 5, and even at the beginning of Game 5, we had some momentum going and just couldn't sustain. And very, very disappointing, obviously, to the team, the program, to the coaching staff. But we have to put the sweats back on and get back out there and do it again this week.
You do, because every week is a grind, and this week you'll face what is currently the number 2 ranked team in the country in Oregon. You play them on Friday night. They've got to play Stanford on the weekend as well, so it'll be an interesting weekend up in the Willamette Valley. Got Oregon first and then Oregon State.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that Oregon is looking to number 1 Stanford a couple nights later. But Oregon's playing very, very good volleyball right now. They've only lost 1 match, and that is to Stanford over the course of the whole year. They just got ranked number 2 in the nation, as you said, and they're really tough at home. So we'll have to definitely play better than our best game and sustain it for a long period of time to beat them. But, you know, we're going to go into the spirit of anything can happen, and we've got nothing to lose right now. So we'll do our best on Friday night for sure.
Over this past weekend, what were some of the encouraging signs that you saw in your volleyball team? You know, Shannon Hawari had a great match on Sunday against Arizona State.
Yeah, Shannon had a superior match, really. She had a huge night offensively and defensively, leading the team in both categories, and had big blocking numbers. And it's just playing the all-around game. You know, I wish I could use her in 6 rotations sometimes, try to figure out somewhere else to put her to get some more kills or some more blocks or some more defensive plays. But she did play some defense and got an ace, served for the first time in a while. And Christina Higgins on Friday night put up huge numbers. So pleased to see that. Just need that consistency day in and day out. On Sunday, we got a lot of front row play from Nikki Gumbar, and she showed that she can score at this level, and she had one of her better offensive nights as well. So, you know, seeing little things here and there, and we're going to keep mixing it up. And now as we wind down, we got to really see who can maybe get some more numbers on the board for us.
Well, good luck this week in the Willamette Valley against the Ducks and the Beavers.
Thank you very much.
All right, the head volleyball coach, Rich Feller, as they head north this weekend to take on the Ducks and the Beavers. So it'll be the Bears and the Huskies Friday night from Memorial Stadium, 6 o'clock start. We'll have the pregame show starting with the Toyota Tundra tailgate show beginning at 5 o'clock. And, of course, we'll have the broadcast for you on the entire Cal IMG Sports Radio Network. I'm Todd McKim. Thanks for joining me. A reminder, here at Haas Pavilion, it's going to be a busy week. Wednesday night, Halloween with the men's basketball team starting at 4 o'clock. Tricks and treats will be provided. And the women's basketball team has its first exhibition game of the season. They will take on Vanguard Thursday night beginning at 7 o'clock. I'm Todd McKim for CalBears.com. Have a good week, everybody.